because that would not be safe. Can't have unsafe ships.
Dude, we're building giant ships with extreme detail in Space Engineers.
Yeah.
This is like everything but sacrificing landing gears to Clang.
True. Well, let me re-put that in a different idea. It's not. I can't say realistic either, can I? I don't like the idea of putting glass on the outside of my airlock. Inside, okay. Outside, no.
Any particular reason?
I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. Just don't feel right.
So if you're an astronaut and you get trapped outside on one of the ships Fuzzy has designed, don't bother banging on the doors or anything because nobody will be around looking outside.
No. I realize I'm making a huge mistake not mirroring at this point, but I wouldn't finish what I was doing earlier, and I had an idea. Dangerous thing, that.
Did you do the whole ooh sort of noise that Jakar does?
No, not really. Not this time.
Ah.
It was more of the look that Garrett gets when he gets that look.
Ah.
And yes, I was the name I was looking for, and I think I said it when we were playing it. The Doctor, Jeffrey Combs was the actor I was thinking about when I was thinking about the voice actor of the Doctor in Secret World. Not
okay.
Garrick's voice actor. Jeffrey Combs plays the Vorta. He's the primary one. I just heard his name today. He also plays the Andorian in Enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
That's Jeffrey Combs.
Okay.
Plays a lot of Star Trek characters.
The Andorian in Enterprise, I love that character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's fun.
I saw something on the workshop that was interesting. It was a screenshot. Because of the way glass reflects things, somebody had coated the exterior of their ship in glass. And it makes it look like it's a stealth ship.
Me and a friend tried that. It actually, even though it's incredibly weak, it does help as armor too. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Incredibly weak glass armor, but yeah, it is really neat the way it looks.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do running lights and all sorts of funness on this. In fact, I may put the running lights on sometime this week in between now and next week.
Mm-hmm.
Because of I'll just cheat myself in a huge amount of steel plates,
right,
and then run through and place the unfinished lights, because I think over 10,000 lights on this craft.
Yikes! That is screaming, "Hey, do not enter." And that might be a better thing. Nah, we're going to keep it what we both know and understand. And I fell off.
I also realized I do not have a proper external airlock on this thing.
Yeah, I was in that position at some point. Know how you feel.
I think I'll just rework the ramps, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll make sure that the ramps can work as an airlock.
Well, this is going to be boring for my viewers. I'm just setting up an airlock.
Yeah. How do you think it was for my viewers when I was sitting in the control interface for all the fine-tuning stuff with my jump drive? About the same. Hey, right now I'm just flying around going click, 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 click.
Yeah, pretty much, but we are keeping somewhat verbally active this time around.
Yeah. I don't feel like this thing is that much bigger than some of the medium-sized large ships that we built, so...
It isn't, but the triangle counts insane on it due to the number of small blocks.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Think we should put parachutes on our ships?
I think we should play with parachutes in another video. Because the idea of these ships is the fact that they land on a planet, not crash.
I might put some on my escape pods.
That would make sense.
So, how long do you think you have been working? Just curious guess.
Oh, I'd say... hour, maybe.
Right at an hour.
Okay. That's a switch. That'd be easy enough to find. Feels like much, much longer already. Well, don't you look weird?
Now he's insulting his cat.
Yeah, well, his legs are turned one way, his back has him twisted the other, and his head is folded up on itself, and he's just staring at me. Yeah. Alright, this is airlock button. I gotta do all this again for the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I really? It doesn't have to be symmetrical on both sides. What could I do with that extra space, though? That's the question.
What's the purpose of the ship?
It's almost strictly a cargo ship.
Okay.
Kind of a medium range. It's not designed to go out more than a week or two at a time.
Your ship competes more with the Falcon, where mine competes more with the Lady Luck.
Yeah, I can see that. Alright, the shotgun, round, tracer round things all need to be off and hidden. And so do the missile launchers.
Because you know what was going to happen if you landed this in creative mode.
Yeah.
On your computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd come to a stop, and then I'd fire them.
So let's toggle those off and off of it, off the terminal. There we go.
Other than the thruster pack on this,
why'd I do that?
And everything else on the front of that. Oh, well, the thruster's up top. I gotta remove the top section. Exterior-wise is done.
Cool.
Mind if I come over and take a look at what you've got?
Yeah, sure. Come on over. Alright. Now to set everything back up in here. So I think it's ready. I think this is ready.
No, don't press the button. Don't press the button.
So if we... Oh yeah, I haven't set up the buttons yet. Okay, now you set up
I'm easily amused.
That's cool. I am too.
Just looking at the ship and knowing how big it is, I am... That is a huge small ship.
Yes, it is. Now that should open and close these. Yep.
Part of me wants to paste in the rules. Just to compare these things too.
Paste into what?
Ship of Fools.
Ah. Alright, so I need a switch now.
That gives you a really big sense of scale. I'm going to go ahead and paste in the Ship of Fools.
Mm-hmm.
Parked above my ship.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Nice. I do feel like once I start hulling mine, its size is going to grow exponentially. I mean, again, it's going to be pontooned on either side, where the thrusters, fuel cells, jump drives, all that good stuff is going to be, along with what little protective guns it's going to have.
Right. So basically, what I have inside my main hull line is going to be on the outside line of yours.
Probably.
Okay. So.
All right. So I need.
But God, that is impressive to me. The Ship of Fools isn't that much bigger than this monstrosity I have built. And the Ship of Fools was not a big ship.
No. Sun is still beaming in. Because it's right in the door. Excuse me while I close the door. Okay, so the red one in here is still on. It shouldn't be.
Is that high enough? Yeah. Right.
There we go. It's green. We can enter. Open the door. Walk in. Close the door. As soon as the lag lets me go. There we go.
Sorry. Let's place an
Hit the
air
timer.
vent. Okay.
That. Open it.
That works. Okay. Yeah.
Come out and close the door. Ha! My timer. It works. It works. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ha 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 ha.
I think he loves it, folks.
Yes. I like my airlock. These doors actually really do make for a good airlock. Might even fit into your scheme down here if you actually try to use it. You don't have an airlock module, do you?
Nope.
Well, here you go. Prime example of something that you could tweak to look a lot better. Okay, why is that not... That didn't get grouped in. Okay. Hey, that works. Okay. That's it for today's episode. Good night, everybody. Alright. Now.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Can you come take a look at the 2 weapons I just placed? Tell me what you think.
Gotta find... There you are.
It's at the back, near the cargo bay. These would basically be covering the cargo bay if it was used in...
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. And these areas up here, I finally figured something out. If you come in, go through here,
oh, hey, cool. Gunner chairs or just...
Yeah, well, that's what they're going to be.
Nice. I like it.
And I'm going to be putting sloped LCD panels.
Alright, so here's a quick thought onto why your ship being a little heavier armed wouldn't be a bad thing. Your design and the size of your cargo bay and the way it looks look like it would carry something far more precious than I would. It looks a little more upscale, a little more large company as opposed to civilian. So I could see it being a little bit heavier armed. Want to check out a working airlock?
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is, your ship is closer to what your average freighter pilot would have, and mine is what companies standard and maybe the wealthier freighter pilots would have.
Yeah, I could definitely go with that idea. All right, so you're inside. It's red. Can't go in. Turn your lights out too. Better effect.
Okay.
There we go up, and that is the door, so we can't use that. And we have to hit the timer. Yes. Well, you know how that works. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Everything's green.
Sugar now. Alright, so now it's green. We can enter. Yay.
Yep.
Right. Enter right airlock door. Right airlock timer. Trigger now. Do I do that timer?
Yes.
Alright.
And then the doors. It's separate just because you might need to come in and out or close in behind you or something.
Yep. You know what would be cool? Mm-hmm. And what I think, if I was going to chop this up and create a module out of it, I would add a timer in here and maybe a sound block and have it, or probably 2 timers, that when you press this, it activates to where the red lights start blinking for some period of time, and then have an alarm in it. Like,
right.
Until, like, give it a couple of seconds, and then that cuts off and the doors open.
That'd be cool.
That's just what I would do.
Right.
Part of the reason why I was against doing the whale shark is, at one point, I created a drone that was called the whale shark because my small drone was the tiger shark, and my large grid drone was the whale shark.
Well, I'm sure you're well aware that that name I suggested was in jest to begin with.
Yes.
I'm not setting another one of those up, and 2 airlocks directly away from each other really aren't required, especially since these are designed strictly for spacewalking.
Yeah. What I was thinking for one of them, and you don't really need it for your the mission setup for your ship, the target mission setup, have a projector welder thing that builds drones that you can fire out, or probes that you can fire out.
Yeah.
But you really don't need it as a huller ship.
Right.
Because my ship, I think the scope of our ships, especially now, is evident at some of our initial misunderstanding of where this was going.
Yeah, a little bit. But the gist of it's still there. I mean, yours is still primarily, well, I say primarily, but it's still a cargo ship.
Yep, the original intention for my ship was that it was going to be a cargo. Well, not a cargo, but just kind of a universal ship for space engineers, scouting, exploration.
Right.
Have everything I needed. Which, in general, cargo ship would have.
Yeah.
Would fit that requirement.
Yeah, mine sort of has the feel of, even though it will have jump drives, it would basically something that wouldn't leave the solar system. Stay out for a few weeks, come back, refuel, go again. But it's still actually going to be a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Definitely ended up longer than I expected it to be. And then there's a problem with the hall. I don't know. I mean, the boarding ramp isn't that small, but it definitely feels like people would be loading and unloading this, not a drone or machine of some sort. But isn't necessarily a something that wouldn't happen. Like
Right.
if this were going to an outer colony or something, likely it would be people unloading it.
Yep. I mean, really, the Falcon is not, in all the tech diagrams I've seen of it.
Ow.
It is not set up to be loaded and offloaded except by people. Granted, they had like hover sleds and things.
Yeah.
Good lord, the amount of wasted space I have in places on this. No, I'm serious. If you come up here, I mean, I've got an area up here that's completely wasted that you could probably fit 2 remoras in.
Wow. I could make this an extra stairwell for the captain. What did you do? Okay, there we go.
I placed down a plane of about 2,000 little blocks. But
just the size of your ship. Okay. I mean, I'll laugh, but again, although mine's not going to be this giant solid hunk of blocks, its overall size when done is probably going to be fairly similar.
well, mine's not a solid hunk of blocks either.
No, but you got the modular build is going to lend itself to a lot more blocks.
True. I wonder if I could have done that better. Yes, I could have. I didn't have to do any of that chopping. Okay. I guess let's reset the save.
No, you don't. Blueprinting this shit right now.
No, I wouldn't actually do that.
I know. But it's probably a good idea if I did blueprint it.
Yeah.
If it would actually let me blueprint. There we go.
No blueprint for you. Placing repulsors.
Mm-hmm.
They apparently cause some lag.
Dude, right now everything you do is causing lag. I hate to be blunt about it, but everything you do right now is causing lag. Alright, let's see. So,
I wonder if kicking Fuzzy would cause lag.
probably.
Yeah, I just discovered that like almost all of the guns that I'm going to have looked at using require the large conveyor tubes.
Oh. And I did not stop to think about that either. Are the other guns still in here? Do we have the ones we had in here before?
The Okies?
Yeah.
Yeah, those all. The one that I placed down is an Okie, and that is requires the large tubes.
Oh boy. Well, that may not be a huge problem.
Well,
Okay, that requires a small tube there. The heavy batteries. Because the weapons on mine are going to be mounted on the... Whoop, where'd it go? There we go. Mounted on the pontoons, which will have their own cargo. But if I use the small ones, I should be okay either way.
Yeah. See, I'm...
Let me check my engineering real quick, see if I can put some large tubes in here somewhere. Just in case.
Well, my machine shop is going to have large tubes in it. But other than that...
I might, if I really needed to, I might be able to work in large... But the azimuth containers I use don't have large hookups anywhere on it.
Nice.
So that would be an issue. I may just have to work around not using large pipes.
Yeah.
Personal, because the only thing you would generally have in here that would need the personal space engineers containers would be components to work on existing stuff.
Right. Which, thinking about it,
I think some of it do need large tubes, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Bother. I may have to eat out some of them. I might have to redo my damn engineering. Well, not engineering, but machine shop.
Yeah, that's what I'm running into. But I have figured out a way of doing this.